Well, hello everybody. How's it going? We'll wait till a couple of people come in here, I guess. I hope. Good morning. It is a shame that it's getting pieced out the way it is. It's kind of embarrassing to me to even watch something like that going on. a lots going on. Lots going on. Just looking to talk Chase, forrest, fenn. I know it's early. Anybody could show pictures of anything just to promote stuff. That's embarrassing. That's what's happening. I feel like the LLC is promoting their own products by being at the auction house. When it could simply come out and say, like I'm part, I'm part of it, but people hide behind closed doors. That's how our generation is today. Shouldn't be. Oh, the older ones know better. The older ones know better than to just keep hiding and doing things like this. A money making system that's broken. Can't make money the honest way. I just don't see how you could just do things out of the blue and not care. You know, especially when you go to somebody's parents' gravesite. That had nothing to do with the chase whatsoever. That's what's embarrassing to me. I wouldn't want no average Joe to go to my mom's or dad's, uh, cemetery and take pictures out of the blue, not even knowing who the hell you are. I'm not that type of person at all. I stayed quiet for a long time, but people got to address the issues that are in front of them. If people don't speak up for what's right, then we'll just have to go with the show. And I'm not here to just go with the show. I'm not here to stop it. I'm not here to control it. But I don't know how people could hang out with other people knowing they do this. Like, to me, like, your self esteem is the lowest you could be. Whatever happened to honor, pride, and respect, even loyalty on top of it. We don't have none of that. We have a group of people that's sleeping over in Dallas, Texas at the auction house just to see what's going on, seeing what's going on money wise. It's just all about money at the end of the road. The chase wasn't about how the ending is to me. The ending was not supposed to be this way, in my opinion. Because if you don't use my opinion, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be criticizing people. And that's how people are. During life, you learn respect, you learn loyalty, you learn it as a young age, unless you never got taught it. And if you don't get taught, how can you respect anything? I'm not here for views. I'm not here for money. But people got to stand up also. Come out of the woodwork and express how you feel. I'm not worried about all this breaking news crap. That's not even breaking news. It's just a bunch of people just making things up. Because in the long run, if it didn't come out of force, it's about this is not true whatsoever. I think if the man was alive today, none of this would be happening, in my opinion. It is a shame. You lost for words, so you got to keep using the same words because things don't change. I can't watch a premiere that's more heartbreaking to watch, knowing that there's only a couple items that's going to be just left over. Okay, even if the chest goes in a museum, which we don't know, we don't know at all where it's going to go. Might go in the wrong person's hands. To me, this is just leverage for people to have. To me, I don't like people with leverage, and that's how I feel about it. I'm not a person with a nicey, fancy 3 computers or chats or make up things for people to keep coming in, coming in. I'm gonna just speak my mind. If it doesn't hurt no one, I'm gonna speak it. But people promote it, and then they get it, they watch it. That's how it is. I believe they're never gonna be an out treasure hunt like this, guys. Anybody can make up treasure hunts. To me, that's not treasure hunting. Uh-uh. I just hope that things turn out a little different. And I hope Shiloh will come in these channels, and just speak his mind and jump in and tell people what's going on. Or maybe he doesn't know. I don't know. But if there's no more of this, then why do we have books that are not written yet? Like they're not done. It's aggravating. Time's taken away for the auction. I never got to meet the man, but I wish I did. It wasn't about. I wouldn't even ask them about the chest because the chest is not really was my purpose at all. I mean, we had, if it was been told 300,000 searches are searching, how many of them would have done the right thing? At least give us a chance to look at it. Give the people a chance to have an opportunity. I don't want to see it with somebody else's camera that's part of LLC. To me, that's embarrassing, and it should not happen. The people that did care should have had the opportunity to even get to look at it, to go out there and touch it. And I'm not talking about all the heritage because we gotta pay for something. I understand nothing in life is for free, but we could change things like that. We could we could have made money a different way than this way. You could have put it in a museum and tell the museum, I just want the proceeds, whatever, like Forrest did, you know, to go to a cancer fund. And I understand, like that's my whole thing was like, there's people that had health issues that went out there. There's people that thrive on certain subjects. All we got is a bunch of, to me, what I feel like emptiness. Because I mean, the chase was supposed to be a friendly chase, and get to know people. It's bad when you gotta pick and choose the crowd that you gotta associate with. It's not because of your personality in the crowd. It's about doing the right thing. What is the right thing? But we got people that say you can't knock on doors. We got people that say you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't ask questions. And well, we have a right to ask questions. Why do we have to leave things alone the way it is? If people could go to the cemetery and not even know people, them Mr. Finn's mom and dad don't even know them, then who gives you the right to tell people to knock on you can't knock on people's doors? Like, I don't get it. You guys said it's not right. They knock on doors. But every day we have people knocking on doors. Jehovah's Witnesses, people that promote things. So do you call the cops on them people that Jehovah's Witnesses or people that come and they express themselves? Like, the only thing you knock on the door and just say, this is it. There's nothing else to say. Thank you, and that's it. But it's not right that how you could criticize one thing while you're doing it yourself. Like, how is that possible? Finn's father's passed away. We still look. We're going to people. We're going to libraries to look up information. It doesn't matter. Like, how are you gonna throw out that this is the spot, the 9 Mile Hole, when it doesn't match whatsoever what forrest Fenn said? A few miles is not 9 Mile Hole where the chest is. If you're telling me this is where it's at, it's not a few miles then. Because I live in a city, I know what a block is. I know a city block. I know what a mile is. There's 5,280 feet to a mile. 5,280 feet to a mile. Like Titanic is 3 miles down. Think about it. So if you walked a few miles to where he hit the chest, well, what we're being told is only a couple of blocks. And, you can't tell Forrest, hey, you said a few miles. And this is what's found in 9 Mile Hole, which is a few blocks. 9 Mile Hole, crossing the Madison to the spot is not a few miles. Not whatsoever. If you could prove to me that it's more than a couple miles, because I already did a measurement. So, my measurements are not wrong. That's the funny part about it. When you park your car to the spot is not nowhere near a few miles. A mile is 5,280 feet. So to push this narrative on someone, at least the ones that have common sense will do their homework on it. So everything that's been told from even where you park your car, where people are saying, wrong. The 9 Mile Hole, wrong. I don't care if somebody tells me they found a spot here, found it. Anybody could go to any invitation of a spot and say this is where it's at. The more people push it, the more people will believe it. See, I'm not like that. I don't believe in pushing to get your way. Facts are facts. If you have some kind of education to you, you could see when you even go to the area. I'm a fisherman, and I even tell myself, this is not a few miles. I know what a few mile is. Like, I've walked before, so that's what makes me laugh. And people, a few. I'm not ranting or raving, but what up, Steve Klein? How's it going, buddy? I'm doing all right, man. A little bit here and there, just online, and tired of what we're getting fed here. I appreciate you stopping in. Most of the people probably on the other show. It's hard to weave out it's not for me. It's not hard to weave out the fakes or phonies, like because I'm a person that could judge by its character and their body language. I just the funny part about it is like you're not seeing nobody out of the blue that's like, hey, you know what? Somebody sent me a coin. Like I don't even know who they are, but they sent me it. Like you don't see them people. You're seeing the people that were searching that pushing the narrative that's getting the coins. Now, if they're real or not, I don't know. I really don't know. If it is, it is. But you don't see anybody else but one person supposedly got a coin. Nobody. This is the funny part about it. The LLC just gives a coin out of all the 300,000 searchers that searches. Gave one coin to a searcher. One coin. Out of everybody that's in this chase, he gets the coin. So that will tell you who's friends with an LLC for that person. Break it down. Who did he hang out with? I don't know. But I got a good idea. Some people are staying low, some are promoting it. And the one that's promoting it, you got it, Steve. I don't know the guy, but I watch and I study and I look, and then their body language would tell. But I suffer from depression and anxieties. And to me, for just a law office group or an LLC just to give up a coin like that. Anyway, thank you for finding the spot. We're gonna give you this. Thank you for finding the spot. Who found the spot? Rudy? Yeah. Huh. Everybody's got a part in this game, it looks like. You can't criticize one person for knocking at the door when you're doing totally something different that's more disrespectful to me to go to the cemetery you don't even know, somebody that's in your family that's not even there, to promote a person's headstone. Smile, laugh. That had nothing to do with the chase whatsoever. You don't even know. You might know the family, but you don't know them. I would have had more respect if you went to Finn's grave and might have said a couple of words and encouragement and appreciate what he done, not to make money off of it. And that's all we got. This is what we're hanging on to. You don't think the YouTubers know that? They know. They know that we're driving to see the next thing, the next Raha, the big woohoos and the wahas. And I don't know. I don't want to be friends with somebody that disrespected the man's legacy. I'd rather have the family jump on YouTube and just explain that this is not right. This is wrong to do. But you're gonna get people to say, "Oh, you could go to any cemetery you want and see people." But how far is respect go when you do that? Like, how far does that go to me? To anybody? Yeah, I'm gonna jump around and I'm gonna call out people because you're sitting here and let people do what they want is not right. If we don't voice our opinion whatsoever, we're never gonna figure out the truth. We're talking about now we can read what it says in the knowledge jar. We just need more people to stand up out here. And it gets harder and harder when people are drinking the Kool-Aid. You can't prove to me with a couple of pictures because if you have video evidence, then we could talk. Maybe we could talk. But when you show me pictures and try to say this is where it's at, I got pictures of my spot that had indentation to it. You don't see me try to say this is a spot. Thank you. Everybody knows this is a spot. One thing about me, I grew up like my dad used to say, don't be fake and a phony because nobody's gonna respect you at the end of the road. And at the end of the road, the only thing you have is respect. That's all you got. You only have self esteem, respect, and loyalty if you have it left over in your life. That's it. And you only realize that when you really hit rock bottom, because then you have an open mind, an open view of things. Like football. When you're down there on the ground, the game's a lot faster. It speeds up. But you have to figure out the kinks to it. You just don't go in a football game and be like, "This okay, this team's no good, and this is what we're gonna do," because they're starting you. They're starting you before you even starting yourself. And I'm a good judge of character when it comes to things. I don't just hop on board. Just, hey, what up, redneck? How's it going? I just don't jump right on board with everybody else and say we're gonna go with the flow. I'll buy you a couple of drinks and we'll tell the story of where it was at. Not me. People can make their own lives and their own decisions. The good ones will stick around. The negative ones will leave. Well, I'm not going nowhere. Not now. Not right now. I'm not. I'll stick around till the truth does come out, and I don't care how long it takes. It doesn't matter. But if you didn't want to be the face of this, you wouldn't have showed a coin. You wouldn't have showed all this. People go into the discords and everything else. I don't need a partner for a discord. You can't just speak your mind into the Discord because there's people watching you. There's people that's even in the Discord. It's funny. People are like, oh, I'll allow the people in my Discord. Yeah, to get information. That's fine. To get information. But you're the one being played by having a Discord. I'm from the streets of Chicago, man. And let me tell you something. You don't show all your cards. Because you show all your cards, you'll lose every hand. You just keep losing and losing until you had enough, and you figure things out. You have to adjust. It's aggravating. It's just very aggravating that people are going to keep doing this too. That's the funny part. As long as they're comfortable and they got what they want, it's not about the rest of us. I think so too, Redneck. But why? Why hype me up? And we don't know. We don't know the truth. You think a few pictures satisfy the search's needs and wants? I don't think so. We can't even tell the story to any of our grandchildren if we have any nieces or nephews or anybody that ever comes around us going around that campfire 20 years afterwards and telling the truth about the story. You can't even tell the truth about the story because we don't got the truth. You can't sit around a campfire and tell stories that are not true. A campfire is a place where you bond with each other. I believe that too. Because if we look at it once again, 9-mile hole from where you would park your car to the spot is not a few miles. Like I was saying before, a mile is 5,280 feet. And when you look at what they're telling you, where you park your car to cross the Madison River to the hiding spot is not a few miles, just a few blocks. So there's a red flag there. So, I mean, how can you just override what the man said? When a man does tell you, if it doesn't come from my mouth, it's not true. The man said it itself. So you can't feed me that it was 9-mile hole when the measurements does not add up. The story don't add up. The LLC especially don't add up. What better way to put an LLC together than you being at the Heritage Auction, watching everything, looking at them numbers, and seeing, and the numbers ain't there. What do you usually do if the numbers are not coming up? You hype it. You throw as many videos as you can out there so you could get them numbers to go up. But guess what? Them numbers are not going up. They're not. I think they're praying and hoping that the olive jar does say something that's important. But I'll laugh if it just says nothing. 9 pages and nothing. That olive jar is probably worth what the olive jar is worth to make it. Now, if the man said the olive jar will make history, then I understand. Then they'll make history. But to me, the history is not being made. And then there's stipulations with the olive jar. Like that, to me, no, there's no stipulation to the coins at all. So we get one or two things. I don't know. The man didn't show up to Forrest Fenn's um gathering when they were selling the house. He didn't show up, Preston. Now it's kind of funny now. If like, how could I put this? Um, if it was my friend, and I know he passed away and he lived his whole life there, and I would have showed up and I would have said a few good words. But how can you call Forrest your friend when you don't even show up to the gathering? I look back and I just tell myself, everything's not what it seems to be. It really not. Will the truth come out? I have no idea. Greed will get you so far before it gets you in trouble. Trust me, that's how it works. I just can't watch something that's fake. That's one thing about me. That's like, we watch it for entertainment. And I think that's what you got to do right now. But, when you do things out of the blue like that, you kind of have to talk. You got to have to say something because I don't know if they feel like they're intimidated that you're speaking your mind, but it's something. I don't get intimidated. That's one thing about me. You can't intimidate me because I know who I am, and I wish it just went back to the old ways when it first started. I really do. In my titles, I don't put breaking news. In my titles, I don't say treasure found. In my title, I don't say this is the location because it's kind of funny. People are still watching these YouTubers, even know that their spot was wrong in the first place. We had GPS, we had all this crap, and then you can't come back for what you said and be like, "Oh, I made a mistake. This is what happened, and now whatever." To me, I would never have breaking news if I don't have facts. And if you don't have facts and you get caught in your facts, I would never, ever go on somebody's show and try to you're promoting the BS. Because in life, when you get called out, people don't like it because you're messing up their plans. You're messing up their ideas. And that's life. But I ain't gonna go to Temple, Texas, to go look at a grave, to go do somebody's history of their dead, their grandparents, and all this because there's a slip up. Does it really matter what the slip up is? There is no slip up. If you find me a slip up, and if Jack Stoops said there's a slip up, then where's the slip up at? If there's a slip up, then it wouldn't be Yellowstone National Park. Yeah, because hey, Lily, how's it going? Thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. She has 11 watching now because nobody else is on. That's why. But the watching part they're not worried about. It's the views. Hey, I'm just a new kid on the block. I'm not new to the chase, but I'm just new kid on the block in YouTube. You can only feed lies if you start believing into it. That's how it works. And it's funny, like I always had respect like for the old YouTubers that they come on and then they would give their opinions and their thoughts and just like walk away. So like me, I would not even think about like cutting into it at all. Because some people I like to hear out, and they're not the type of person. Yeah, I hope so. I hope that's the truth. I really hope that's the truth. I just can't be here seeing things happening unfold and watch them to get all the viewers. Viewers for what? You tell me something different that you found that's gonna wow the society. You found nothing. You found information that was in Temple, Texas that everybody could find. I don't care about his favorite fishing hole. I don't believe the man. You don't think the man that's so intelligent would have thought about what about somebody comes to Temple, Texas and look at my dad's information and his favorite fishing hole? Like, you serious? Like, the man will know not to put it in a spot that he and his dad will fish. That's not a slip up. Just don't criticize somebody that knocked on somebody's door, which is legal to knock on people's doors. You're allowed to knock on a door. It should be illegal to go to somebody else's grave site that you don't know, take pictures and smile. That's in Mormon, first of all, to take pictures of a grave site that you don't even know. Why do you think Forrest said it's not in a cemetery? It's not in a graveyard. Like, because he knows that's disrespect. You go to a cemetery or a graveyard. So why are you going to somebody's grave that you don't know? That's what upsets me. You have no information. All right, catch you later, redneck. You don't have information. You don't have secret information. You know what women do talk? I'm not saying all women, but most women. Because it comes out of somebody's mouth does not mean it's the truth. And if it didn't come out of Forrest's mouth and it didn't come out of Forrest's book, then you're wrong. You're wrong. You are. When a man sits there and tells you if it doesn't come out of his mouth, it's not true. The man said that. And what bothers me more when you go to Forrest's house numerous of times, I'm okay. You got invited. That's cool. That ain't no problem with me. But when you go to Forrest's house to get information, make a blog out of it, make a YouTube video out of it, and then something that was supposed to be secret between you and Forrest, you still expressed it on YouTube. So I see why the man gave up at the end. Because it's sad. It's really sad. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. You know what? If people look at the outsider information to see who they really are, they figure out. It doesn't matter. I I don't know her at all, but I can see what she's trying to do. But that's why you still got a 200 board games left. Maybe if you had some groundbreaking real news, you sell more board games. That's how I feel. If you had groundbreaking news, I'll even sell your product. But that's why you got 180 in the corner, because 180 people don't want them. The funny part about it, you're going to get stuck with them. Especially when the board game it wasn't meant for sales. If you want to do something, you wouldn't have a better price on it. You should just, honestly, if you're so much into the community, you should just give them out. Listen, I work for myself. I'm an entrepreneur too. But I would never use somebody else's name and their legacy to promote my business. I watched them YouTube videos of you guys questioning Forrest Fenn. It's not really Mike. I like Mike. I really do. Because Mike wasn't there asking a million questions to a man that didn't feel comfortable, it looked like. If you surround yourself with good people in life, you get good results. Unless this is a money thing. People can't handle the truth. And that's all honesty. People can't handle the truth. Because the truth hurts. I know it hurts for me. When I hear something about myself, it bothers me. But I can admit it. I can have pride. I could sit here and tell you that I was wrong. Yeah, I had people that were in my life that were the same way. You can't get an apology out of them. They won't say they're sorry. They won't help you in need. So then you ask yourself, what do you need them for? I'm not asking her to change because she ain't gonna change. You could tell her what type of person it is. But people do change without them even knowing that they're changing. That's the sad part is when you're not knowing that you're doing wrong. Unless you know you're doing wrong and you don't want to admit it. Today people are afraid of their own shadow. Like I said, I'm just a kid from Chicago. I don't have much at all, but I'm happy with nothing. I'll be honest with you, because when I did have something, everybody wanted it. Everybody wants something once you have it, but then when you don't have it, they don't know who you are. They don't care. I'll be 40 in a couple of days. Yeah, if I hate it, he hated it. That means there's a reason why it should never happen. If you just be real with everybody, people be real with you. But when you stuff things down people's throat to believe it, that's where the problem comes in. We don't have all the money to go to Temple, Texas to look up paperwork and everything else, and then and just throw information out there. All that writing that you're showing on YouTube, it don't matter. I feel sorry for Mike. Like I said, I like Mike. There's probably people that don't like him. I like the guy. If it wasn't for him, I probably would have never started a chase. If it wasn't for that little coffee cup every morning and talk about just chase this forest fenn, just without the drama. That's the man I'm looking for. That's the contact I'm looking for. I want to run all over the world with somebody that don't have facts. Hello, Amy. How's it going? If you don't have facts, you have nothing. Today's world, you got to have video evidence, not a picture. Trust me, I got tons of pictures that look like the spot on my phone, but I don't promote it because I don't know if I'm right. We don't know if we still don't know if we're right. We still don't know if our spot was right because we don't have our 9 clues. And if you could tell me that we have our 9 clues, then I will end this. I'll walk away. No problem. If I do stick around, it's just a talk. That's what it would be about. We're all sitting here looking for an auction to end. Like, that's sad. That's really sad. I have more respect for 10 people in my chat room that talks than 3,000 viewers or subscribers that are fed BS information. They're so caught up in the chase, they're not caught up in anything else. World Series of Fenn. That's sad. It's sad you're using the guy's legacy to play a poker game. What about you take that money that you get? Oh wow, I'm sorry to hear that. How about the money you get from the forrest fenn poker tournament and put that money and proceeds to a cancer fund? Except taking it home with you. The more money's meant to be comfortable. Money's not meant to be having friends at all. And you only learn that when you have no money. And you only learn these things when you don't have friends. And you learn these things when you don't have family. And you can't say that the person don't have friends or family because they're doing wrong. Maybe it's because they're wise enough not to be around the negativity. Because if you're around the negativity, it seems that's when they want to be your friend. Friendship works both ways. It don't work one way. It never, to me, it never has. And that's a shame. And that's a real shame. I know it's early in the day. That's why probably a lot of people ain't on here. But I'll probably be back later on this evening. I just came in here to just speak my mind. And yeah, I mean, there's people with COVID. There's people that are sick out here. And, we're hoping for better things to come in our life. But then we get this clickbait crap. And it's not helping. It's not helping people like me at all. But I just want to come on, honestly, just say thank you. I appreciate everybody being here, listening to me, and you know, it gives me time to think and give my time to just pass a long time. But I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys later. I'll probably be on this evening, hopefully, depending how the day goes. So I'll talk to everybody later, and thank you. Have a good afternoon, and if I'm back, it'll probably be around the evening air. Depends if anybody else goes on. Not a Bears fan at all. Nowhere near a Bears fan. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. But talk to you guys later. Peace.